of the few points. The elephant head, or Lord Ganesha, has got large ears and an elephant head, which is huge. So the large ears, what it symbolizes is Sravana, the capacity to receive knowledge. Now the problem is, when we have knowledge, the very knowledge we have becomes an impediment for receiving knowledge. Isn't it? When we know something, when we learn something, as I said, there comes a notion of knowing. And when the knowing comes in, it becomes an obstacle for further receiving. So, I do not know how many of you in this classroom are a very good listener. That's what the huge ears of Lord Ganesha means. You must be receptive to everyone. As Shakespeare says, lend me thy ears. In the Hamlet, he says, give every man thy ear, but few thy voice. Give every man thy ear, but few thy voice. Take each man's censure, reserve thy judgment. Take each man's censure, and you have the right to reserve your judgment. But first and foremost, you got to lend your ear. Give every man thy ear, but few thy voice. Means you don't have to. In fact, the more knowledge you have, the more quiet you become. As they say, don't they? Age-old saying, empty vessels make a lot of noise. When there is substantial wisdom, it is actually, you have to draw out knowledge. You don't go about making too much noise. I remember a scene which I'll narrate to you. There was a talk I had given in a company. I even remember the name of the company, Fenner India. The Fenner belts are very famous. And this happened more than 20 years ago, sir. And a company had sent one of their officers to receive me. And my dad and me both, in fact, he accompanied me for the talk. I was very young then, 20 years ago. So, that person who came along was actually conversing with my dad. And he is very sociable, he just opens up and strikes a discussion. So all throughout the talk was in Begumpet, their office. It was a little drive, and all throughout my father was conversing, and then I was in the uniform. And when the time came for the talk, I went to the stage and I started lecturing, obviously. And after the talk, he thought my father was a speaker, I was accompanying him. Throughout that 1 hour, I didn't speak a word. I no doubt greeted him, but I kept quiet. I'm not suggesting anything here, but given a choice, I'll keep quiet most of the time. Given a choice. So what I'm trying to say is, this knowledge you will have to put in. You have to put in a lot of effort to draw it out.